I don't have any noise on whatsoever. I don't normally have noise on at the beginning of Roll for Adventure. That never happens. Welcome to Roll for Adventure. It's very wonderful to have you here. My name is Psyche. I will be, or Claire, one of the two. I will be your humble dungeon master today, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons with some of my very, very good friends who we've just been chatting with about everything that we're stressing over at the moment, which is all lovely. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, this is your first time dropping into a Dungeons and Dragons stream. Hi. It's wonderful to have you here. I hope you love the game as much as we do. It is, if you've never played before, basically we tell a story together and we roll some dice, and that says why, that confirms whether or not certain things will happen, and then we improvise around that and we tell a story together, and I bloody love it. But without further ado, today's going to be a corker. Let me introduce you to my lovely friends. Say hi, lovely friends. Look at you all looking amazing.
Hi, lovely friends.
Hello.
Hi, you beautiful beings. Shall we just go around the table and do the thing where we introduce ourselves? Because that would be crack-a-lacking. Let's start with this person to the left of me, Jace.
Hi, I'm Jace. I use he/him pronouns, and as usual, I will be playing Brock, the forest gnome fighter who also uses he/him pronouns.
Let's move further on to the left and go with Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Karina, the human rogue, the wannabe pirate.
Let's move to the newly shoed Crispy. Your art's got new shoes as well.
I use he, they pronouns, and I am playing Awen, who is a recently shoed wood elf. They also use he, they pronouns.
And Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. She, her pronouns, and I will be playing Talitha. I was going to get that all confused. Talitha. She is also uses she, her pronouns. She's a bard.
Phenomenal, fantastic. Where we left off last time, our party had just leveled up. We have a bunch of level 2 excellent adventurers who have leveled up, and I think as you leveled up, you did a little bit, you had a little tiny bit of downtime. Brock was doing some work, annoying another person who was also doing work, who was kind of frustrated about stuff. Karina was trying to get a seagull, and it was a wonderful time had by far. Ewan was buying shoes and enjoying their shoes. Fun fact, there was a possibility that that Crispy might not have been able to join us today, and if so, I was going to write Ewan out that he was wearing in his shoes. And Talitha was doing some research into magic and the arcane. When Talitha found a book, a very interesting looking book by the name of Mathroth's Mighty Digressions. And as she began to look at this book and saw and began to open the cover, it attacked her. Now, the book was... You weren't the only person here. So let's jump in, because you weren't the only person here while this was happening. While you were here, there were other people within the library who were doing similar sorts of research and things along those lines. But the book attacked you and it was quickly subdued. You will meet up a little later, or if there's anything else that you wish to do, Talitha, at this point.
Had I read any of the book, or
you didn't get an opportunity to? It attacked you almost instantly. As soon as you began to open the cover, you saw the title, and then it poofed.
It didn't. Well, I would have asked around to see if that had happened to anyone before, or whether this book just had it in for me.
you speak to a couple of the sages who refer you to one of the avowed, who says it is they speak to you they refer you to a guest therai by the name of Vizier Ag, who gifts therai, for those who might not know, are alien creatures mostly. They don't come from they don't herald from Faerun. They herald from outer space for the most part, and they've been aware of these books that have been there's been a couple of books that have been turned.
What's the name of the gift? Sorry.
Vizier Ag, V''ZIIR hyphen AG, like you could ever get that. Vizier Ag, he is a gift therai, and he says to you, yes, there have been a couple of books that we have turned out to not be what they were first assumed to be. And he gives you their names. Those books are called The Dark Hunger and Fallen Tethiamar. The Dark Hunger, the blur. He says it was about a powerful entity served by star-fearing warlocks, and Fallen Tethiamar was about a dwarf king named Gelen who sought to reclaim his kingdom in the Desert Mouth Mountains. He also says that Mathfroth's Mighty Digressions, The Dark Hunger, and Fallen Tethiamar were all used to gain entrance to Candlekeep in the past 2 months. They're all recent additions.
Okay. Do they know the people who have you've been using them to gain entrance, or is that not documented?
Yes, we keep documentation of everything that is here. There are two seekers who gained entry with the monstrous books. They still remain in Candlekeep. There is Yularian High Scroll, and there is a tiefling knight by the name of Valor.
Okay, so Yularian High Scroll.
Yeah, just to clarify, it's not a drow that Brock was dealing with. It was a tiefling. My apologies. Just to merge those two stories nicely together.
Right. So Yularian High Scroll was what are they? They're just a human, or
human. Yeah.
And then Valor.
Yularian is from Waterdeep, and Valor, I don't know where Valor comes. Valor doesn't like talking to anyone, so.
Cookie.
But they're both still here.
But there were 3 books.
Mazroth's. The other book, they're not here anymore. Is this something that you might be interested in trying to find a resolve for?
Well, I don't very much like being attacked by a book.
No,
so
quite.
I don't know. I think if that's something that you would like us to look into.
We do have a reward out, which may help.
Just curious what the reward might be.
It is a helmet that will allow you to understand any written language.
Oh, helmet of understanding.
Ooh.
Helmet of comprehension. Reward for help. Okay, I will. I'll see what I can do.
Fantastic. Well, do let us know. I've just been taking records of it now. We're incredibly busy all the time. I was planning on getting to it at some point.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Vizarag.
I've got to stop doing thumbs up. My thumb really hurts at the moment. I don't know what I've done. It's probably too much computer time. What would you like to do?
I would go and I would give all of that information to my friends.
Okay.
Wow, thank you for all this information.
You are very welcome.
I've told all of you, books are not to be trusted.
Yeah, well,
You got
Yeah.
they attack you now. I mean,
specifically 3 books.
the more I learn about books, the less I like them.
I mean, we got attacked by a bookcase.
You haven't attacked Book now yourself though, Brock.
You gotta fight fire with fire.
Wild.
Okay.
So the name Valor obviously means something to you, Brock, because when you've been doing the work, she was the person that you were talking to.
Yes, I literally already forgot that.
That's all right. This is why I'm here to help you out. Her name, you're like, yes, no, absolutely, I know that name as soon as Talitha mentions it.
Yeah. So
So,
she was working in the library with me, moving books and stuff. Or whatever I was doing, I don't remember
We're
anymore.
reshingling the roof.
Reshingling the roof. There we go. I was like, I wasn't moving books.
You
I
were
know it was
doing
something
that.
else. I was like, I don't remember what. It's been 2 weeks.
I gave you
A lot has happened.
I gave you some exposition in a downtime moment, and I understand now that was a problem.
That's okay.
I need to have like the big beacons out when it's an exposition moment. I hear it now. It's okay.
But she was trying to explain books to me, so I think we're friends now. So we could go. I could go help you find her. if you
okay.
want.
Yeah, let's do that. I think we should probably talk to her for sure.
Yeah, and obviously Brock has no idea where she actually is, but will shamelessly like go just walk up to random people and be like, "Have you seen Valor? Have you seen Valor?"
So Valor, it depends on the time of day, as you're walking around. So if you ask where Valor is during the day, they point to the roof because she's still reshingling it. She goes every single day to do that.
So okay, Brock's like, okay, well, I guess I gotta go back up to the roof because she's being punished for something. I think she seems not happy, so just keep that in mind. But she seems to like talking about books, so that's what I've learned.
You head up to the roof. Are you all going for this, or is it just Brock that's going? Just
Going to the roof.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll tag along.
Cool.
I'm not
I
going
got
to
extra,
onto
I got
the
extra
roof. I'm going
grip
to
with
look
my
out
new
of
shoes.
I'm going to look out of a window or look up because I'm not going up on the roof.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, she's working. She's out working.
Before we go up to the roof, I think Talitha would just like very carefully make sure she's got Featherfall nailed in. She just wants to make sure it's there.
Sure. Yeah, she's up there. She's wearing kind of casual clothes, but there are thick leathers involved because of the nature of the work that she's doing at the moment. She looks over to you, Brock, as you turn up, visibly rolls her eyes, and then goes back to doing what she was doing before.
Hi, Valor.
Hello, young
my
Brock.
friend- yeah, I'm good. Kinda. My friend here was attacked by a book, and she needs to talk to you. Talitha, this is Valor.
Another book.
Yeah. So I understand that you gained entry to Candlekeep using a book that had that attacked somebody. I was attacked by a book called Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions. Did you bring in the Dark Hunger or the Fallen Tethiaman?
The Dark Hunger. And it wasn't cheap.
What? So you bought it from somewhere?
I did.
Did you
I bought
have any?
I bought it from a market stall in the Wide.
Okay.
It's in the upper city of Baldur's Gate. I didn't
Never heard of it.
I didn't really want to stay there that long, but it was it wasn't in the most reputable corner of the marketplace.
Okay.
But I did buy
you
it.
said it was you said it was expensive. Do you remember? Do you know who you bought it from? Have you got a name of the stall or? Okay.
I don't. I'm sorry. It was in a quiet corner. I don't remember the name of the store.
And did you tell the person that you were buying the book from that whether what you were using it for? Did they know you were using the book to gain access to Candlekeep?
No, my business is my own.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to just trying to establish a motive here. Okay. Would you know where we would find Yularian High Scroll?
I don't know. I'd ask someone else. There isn't really. I don't really associate with anyone.
Has anyone else spoken to you about the attacking book, or
Only the Avowed when they told me about it.
so then? But you're not under any sort of suspicion from them at all for doing something on purpose. I just wanted to see whether you'd got that vibe from them.
This is my penance. I should have gone I was ready to leave 3 days ago, and that's when they told me that it had revealed its true form and attacked some wizard's homunculus.
Okay.
So I'm here, saying sorry with shingles.
You
I'm
could just
trying to-
leave. You could just get off the building and walk out the gate, probably. And I don't think anyone would stop you. You don't really have to finish doing this, probably.
Make a persuasion check for me, Brock.
11.
11. She looks at you and says, if I could just leave, if my honor allowed me to just leave, I would have done so already.
I mean, the book only attacked a homunculus. They're not even alive, really. So it's not like an attacked person. But anyway, and Brock's gonna see this death stare and just be like,
Yeah. She just fucking stares you down. You see her let your words wash over you. She's done with that.
Okay. Well, thank you ever so much for your time. We'll let you get back to your shingling.
Thank you. And she goes back to re-shingling roof, and you all make it down successfully and safely without needing any use of a featherfall spell. Unless you just want to jump off the roof.
No, nope. I like my spell slots too much. Thanks very much. If anyone jumps off the roof, that's on them. If you fall
Arrow would
off
save
the
you.
roof,
How high up are we?
oh no.
I mean, the
I'm
roof,
not doing
you're
it.
about sort of 3 stories up at the moment. So
No.
that's nothing. No.
I can tank it.
Wait, is
I
there a
can tank it.
bale of hay at the bottom?
No Assassin's Creed in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. All right.
I am going to stop to that right now.
Okay, so can we have a chat around and see if we can locate Yularian High Scroll?
Yeah, I mean, after a give me a investigate. Anyone, feel free. Give me an investigation check. Yeah, investigation is probably your best. Asking around or persuasion. 11. After a little bit, you ask around.
20.
Is that a nat 20? Boo,
Nat
boo, 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 boo,
20.
boo, boo.
The most useless time. Let's go.
With a natural 20, you ask around, and easily enough, you find out a little bit of information. You find that they are really, really approachable and really like. Yularian is just a nice guy. Lots of people are like, oh, if he's probably in the House of the Binder, socializing with some of the other followers of Ogma. But they also sometimes read books in the Pillars of Pedagogy. But yeah, like he's really friendly. But if you're not mean to him, he won't be mean to you. He's a nice guy. So go and say hello to them.
Okay, so we'll go and find them, and try and see if we can get an audience with them to ask similar questions.
Absolutely, yeah, no problem. They you find them. You go and find them in with the other followers of Ogma. He's in. They're in the House of the Binder, just chilling and having a good chat, talking about Ogma, talking about the gods, and they've been here just trying to read some rare books, and they just you catch them in the middle of a conversation. They've got this lavender hair that's sort of pulled backwards, away from their face, cropped really short, and they're sort of leant back in a chair as they're here really casually, and they say, as you approach, well met.
We wanted to speak to you if you're available, just about the book you used to gain access to Candlekeep.
Yes.
I understand that it's been angry.
It's been angry? Whatever do you mean?
I believe it attacked somebody.
It's the first time hearing about this. What? Who did it attack? I don't know. I must apologise to the person. I bought the. Are you sure it was my book? Mathfroth's Mighty Digressions. Are you absolutely certain that it was my book that attacked somebody?
It attacked me.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry.
Where did you get that book?
I bought it about 10 days ago. It was a book. It was from a market stall in the Wide in Baldur's Gate. It's a large and crowded marketplace in the upper city of Baldur's Gate. Did
you tell the fella, the person you bought this from, what you were using the book for?
No, I barely remember the place, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I saw. It was a stall. A stall full of books. It was incredibly noisy, far too hectic. It had June in it. The name of the June, Dune, somewhere in the title.
And that's the name of the stall.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, I just went in, grabbed it, went out. That was got the book, paid for it, obviously, and then about 5 days ago, I got here.
Interesting.
Sounds like we might need to go check out this bookstore in Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, never heard of it. Sorry. I'm gonna get over that in a minute.
Yeah.
Don't know. Did they build that place 3 times?
They might have done.
Okay, so you didn't know the book. Neither of these people knew the books were Eggy, but the only But we don't know who brought the fallen Tethirman in.
Do not.
Well, they don't have a name for them. They don't. You've asked the Avowed, and the Avowed have said that there's only those two people who are
Still in Candlekeep. Yeah, okay. But we can assume it's too much of a coincidence for both of these books to have been purchased from the same place. But I think that means we need to take a trip to Baldur's Gate. So we will need to be aware that we'll need to purchase a book to gain entrance back into Candlekeep while we're out.
So if you give them your if you speak to the Avowed and give them that information, the Avowed are like, we're still interested in having these books. So if for any way you can find the books that these things were supposed to be, that would be great as well. If you could find Mathroth's, if you could find any of the other books. Because if these were strange facsimiles of some sort, because they've definitely changed to this ectoplasmic monster. So I should imagine that there's the original copies are out there somewhere, and maybe these people have the original copies.
Okay.
Question mark, maybe. I don't.
So
We're gonna have to.
so we could go investigate that store and see if the originals are there.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think that's probably what we're going to have to do.
Sounds
Okay.
like a plan.
Adventure.
Adventure.
To Baldur's Gate we go.
To Baldur's Gate you go.
What sort of day is it? Time of day is it? Is it evening or?
I would say it's probably it probably takes you a full evening, a full day to get that information, find the people, because this is kind of still the same day that you're attacked. Talitha, so you sort of get attacked once you've done a little bit of research, and then the rest of the day is spent getting the information that you've got.
Okay, so I would suggest we set off in the morning then.
Yeah, first thing.
Sure, cool. Yeah, you set off along the coast road in the morning. You pack all of your stuff, everything that you could possibly need, and set off up the coast road to go back to Baldur's Gate. It takes you a good few days to get there. It takes you a good few days, as it did on the way down. You are very aware of your surroundings, and you're very aware of where you are. You're between two very prime real estate places. You're maybe a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit more beefy than you were the last time that you were on this road, and you take it a little bit more carefully, and you camp every now and again when you need to rest. Most of your journey goes without incident. For sure. But we smash cut to a rest on the last night when you are very close to Baldur's Gate. When you're getting very, very close to Baldur's Gate, you who takes watches? You're in a routine now. Who takes watches during the night? We normally have 3 watches during an 8-hour period.
I'll take the first.
Okie dokie.
Brock would take the second.
I'll take the last.
Alice is like, I sleep. So not Talitha. Karina, please give me a perception check on your first watch, please.
Okay. Oh, where are we? Oh, hang on, my eyesight's just gone. Perception. And hang on, lost my screen then.
I'll tell you now that you rolled a 2, unless you do get advantage. You rolled a 2, which is in fact a natural 1 in this instance. Your watch is fine. It goes without a hitch, without any problems whatsoever. You kind of like doze off halfway through it, and you're absolutely fine. And then as you jolt yourself awake, very glad that nothing's been stolen or hurt, and you wake Brock up for his watch.
Your turn.
Brock, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
This is going to feel really familiar.
That is an 11.
An 11. Okay. Your watch is also nice and quiet.
Uh-oh.
You're absolutely fine. Don't predict this happening. You're absolutely fine. You have a really nice nice relax. But nothing happens during your watch, and you wait about halfway through or towards the middle of your watch. Awen wakes up from their trance anyway, but when you go back to sleep, Awen, can you make me a perception check, please?
I sure can.
Cool.
Give me 24.
24. Well, hell. A 24.
Weren't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't
Neither was I.
expecting that. Wow. Okay. You see hiding in the shadows, just on sort of not quite the edge of your periphery, but as you're stood up near the fire when everyone else is sort of hanging around, you see just sort of like on the edge of your view, just some movement coming up, and you hear the unmistakable tightening of a crossbow. You should be here right now. Unmistakable tightening of a crossbow string. What would you like to do?
Oh, sorry. I thought there was more.
You're awake. You're the only one awake at the moment. Everyone else is snoring.
I'm gonna yell for everyone to wake up. Someone's here.
Hey, what? Where?
Someone's here.
They're over in that bush.
They are.
Stand up, grab weapons.
Stand up, grab weapons. So some of you will be out of your armor at the moment.
Yeah.
Just FYI. So some of these attacks will be slightly different. Let's swing you on a map.
Question: if you like wear leather armor, can you sleep in it, or is that not a thing? Do you have to take your armor off to sleep? I'm just curious.
Hang on. If you're sleeping in light armor has no negative effect. Medium or heavy armor can impact rest and recovery and research and exhaustion levels. So if you're in medium armor, then you can't sleep in it. If you're in normal,
Is leather armor light armor?
Leather armor is light armor, Katie.
No, tight.
Cool. In which case,
I got a real bad AC right now. Okay.
you see rats. Quite literally, you see rats coming towards you, and one sort of hidden within the tree line. But you spot him, Awen, because you rolled ridiculous. And he's about to release his arrow, but he hears everybody say everything. So I would love to have you roll initiative for me, please.
Okay.
Got 17.
Cool.
21.
Another nat 20.
Oh, hang on. Where's my...
$13.
Cool. And Talith rolled a 17. Awesome. Okay. You're not the first to go. When this dude over here leans out with the crossbow that he's had ready to fire, and he will fire at you, Awen, because you're the one who's standing up currently. Just a second. And he will fire at you. That is an 18 to hit.
Hey, yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you take 5 points of piercing damage. And he sort of slinks backwards, back behind it. He is behind the trunk of a tree at the moment. That is his time. But you looked at him and he wasn't like it. He looked like this strange humanoid shape. Brock, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Yep. I'm going to dash.
Okay.
So that's another 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to action surge to attack.
Okay, cool.
That is a 10 to hit.
A 10 on this particular creature does not hit,
That's
unfortunately.
what I figured. Okay, well, that's my turn then.
Okie doke. So this, these are giant rats that you're looking at the moment.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
This one is going to move around to here, around of you, and it is going to make some attacks. Or an attack, one should say.
Some.
My apologies. My apologies. Does an 18 hit?
Definitely hits.
You take
I have no armor on.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That is that creature right now. And we have Talitha.
Can I see the one that's slinked away behind the tree?
What's your passive? Passive perception.
10.
I would class him right now as having 3/4 cover from you at the moment.
But can I see where he is?
You can see
'Cause
where
that's
he
all
is.
I need. That's all I need for vicious mockery.
Okay.
So I will just shout at him. So you fire your crossbow and then hide? What a loser. And cast vicious mockery.
Okie dokie. And he has to make a wisdom save.
save.
Let's have a look and see what he rolls. That's a 14.
Damn it. Okay, then he saves. For the record, I haven't stood up.
Okay.
I'm still prone.
Okay, can you pop a marker on yourself
Yeah,
that indicates that you're prone?
I would, but it's not letting me click on it. Oh wait, hang on. I did measurements. That's fine. Sorry.
Cool. Awen.
So this guy's behind a tree trunk. I'm not gonna be able to range him?
He has effectively 3/4 cover, which would give him a +5 to his AC.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I'm just gonna go after this guy right here. That's flanking Brock
Copy that.
with my longbow.
Sure. Oh, 15 definitely hits. Is it
15
this
to hit,
one that?
13. Yes, the
Cool.
one to the right of Brock.
Yeah. You obliterate that rat. Is that your turn, Awen? Are you moving? Is there anything else that you're doing?
I do believe Hunter's Mark is a bonus action. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast that on the one that's hiding. Am I able to do that?
You are. Yep, you can.
Okay.
Because you can still just see them.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
So that will mark you as concentrating. So I'm just going to give you our little concentration marker. That was max damage on that roll. That's pretty cool. Are you moving at all, Awen, or are you?
I'm gonna move just a little bit away from the fire, just in case.
Okay, cool. Right, we have this rat. It's going to just close the different distance to Brock and make an attack on him. That's a not natural 20. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then that is a natural 20 to hit.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm
Goddamn
so
rats.
sorry.
It's fine. Goddamn rats.
For
Every
10
time.
for 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Cool. That is their turn. I have found out a way to show what Karina can see. Hopefully this is going to work. Why is it not working? Oh, it is working. Huh. Karina, can you see any of the enemies right now?
No.
And why is that not working? It worked the last time I did it. Never mind. Karina can only see a little tiny bit of the battleground. You've seen Brock run off and you've heard him shout that he's been injured. You've seen Awen and Talitha shout and shoot into a range that you can't see anyone.
Okay, so I'm going to head off. It's 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. There, I think, and I'm going to hide. If I can hide. I'm going to go look for wherever the shot came from.
Give me a stealth check, please.
Oh, 5.
5. Okay. That is also a natural 1. You do not believe that you're hidden at the moment. You do not believe that they're hidden. You're not going to get your cunning action advantage shots at the moment.
Oh.
Sorry.
I hope this is not going to be a day of natural ones.
Can you see? Can you see the token now for the dude behind the?
I can't.
You
no.
can't. Okay. Why? Oh yeah, because you'll only see the You can see what the flame is putting out. I remember that now because you have no dark vision. So Karina's sort of like flailing, basically. Okay, which means that on this guy's turn, he's going to just reach around the corner and shoot you.
Of course.
Because you are in plain sight to him.
You're behind a tree.
He can make 2 attacks, gang.
Oh, even better.
Oh,
Does a 14 hit, Karina?
Just, yeah.
Okay, so that first attack is 7 points of piercing damage. And then the second one is a 22 to hit.
I will see the second attack and I will say, I'm not sure that's appropriate, and I'll cast Silvery Barbs.
Oh, okay. Let me roll it again then.
What?
21 to hit.
Oh, damn it. You have to use the lower one anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the damage on that second attack?
Okay, the damage is 5 points of piercing damage on the second attack.
Ow.
Who are you giving the advantage to? Talitha?
Awen.
To Awen, okay.
Yeah.
Awen, your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make within a minute has advantage. That
Excellent.
is his turn. Brooke, you're up.
Okay. Brock's gonna just swing his book flail and smack the rat.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 definitely hits. This rat is...
And it's gonna be this one. Yeah.
Yep, this rat is absolutely bludgeoned to death.
Awesome. And then I'm going to bonus action second wind. So that is
Fires.
D10.
Oh,
12.
perfect.
Awesome. Okay, back up to 19. Let's go.
Okay.
That's Brock's turn. That's it.
Cool. This rat is dead, so he can't go. Which means that it's Talitha's turn.
Then I am, from my position, I'm going to say to the fella behind the tree, have you considered using some form of conditioning product? Your hair looks like shit. And
It
that
really
I'm
does.
and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
I'd really like at some point a Vicious Mockery to work. I just want to.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
I hear it. What is it? What's the DC? 17?
13.
17 at level 2 would be OP. Wisdom save. That's a 19. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to silvery barbs. Wait, hang on. Or should I silvery barbs? I can silvery barbs. It's my turn, so I've got another reaction.
Do you want to do it for 4 points of psychic damage?
I want to do it for the disadvantage he gets on his next attack roll. That's what I want to do it for. No, I'm not going to.
Okay. Cool. Awen, you're up.
Okay. 5, 25. Okay. Is he still behind cover with me right here?
With you right there, I would say he's probably got half cover, which would make it a +2 to his AC.
Okay. Well, then I will take a shot with
You have
the
advantage.
longbowy.
You have advantage as well.
That's going to be 15.
15 hits for 11 points of piercing damage.
And then
You
do I
hit.
also...
Roll a d6. Yeah, roll a d6.
Yes.
Because he's marked.
1.
That's fine. You hear him go. Your senses just instantly, sort of, because of the fact that you've cast Hunter's Mark. You just know where he is. You know the right places to shoot him, and you feel. You hear him squeal in a very rat-like manner for a humanoid. Is that your turn, Awen? Is there anything else that you wish to do for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. This is the one rat that's still alive who is going to attack Brock. 16 to hit Brock.
Definitely hits.
6 points of piercing damage.
Damn rats.
That's their turn. Karina, you're up. You've been shot twice with arrows and it hurts. Out of friggin' nowhere, you're like...
I'm gonna stick this rapier so far up. Yeah. If I can find them.
I would stop there because you sense presence.
Okay, right. Have I got any idea where can I see anything at all?
Make a perception check for me with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage.
13. You have a vague idea that there is someone around. You're definitely within poking range with your pokey sword stick. But you're if you want to make attack, it would definitely be at different disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Oh, obviously ignore the.
The 7 doesn't hit though. So the 7, you hit tree. You Awen, you notice that Karina is aiming just too high, and this is quite a short humanoid as well. Is there anything else that you want to do in your turn, Karina?
Can I hide with my? Do I still get the cunning action to use?
Yeah, you can certainly try to hide if you would like.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, give me a stealth check. The 15.
Oh, hang on, that roll. Yeah, I rolled that as disadvantage then.
Well, it doesn't matter because it'll be the first number that I would take anyway. You're not hidden. I think that's probably the only way that I can say it without spoiling that he's right in front of you. And you will you will find that out when he stabs you twice, having dropped his crossbow, and he stabs you twice right now. Oh,
I feel like you tried to hide, but you sort of went, "Oh, I'll hide behind this. This feels furry and soft. They won't notice me here."
I think I'm hidden really well.
You're like, "Oh, this is amazing." No, that's the giant rat thing that's been killing us.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, Karina? Interesting. Does a 6 hit?
No.
Okay, well that would have been interesting. But does a 22 hit?
Definitely yes.
6 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
You watch Karina fall. Brock, you're up.
Okay. So Brock's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be like, Karina, I'll avenge you. And flail, just thump someone with the book.
Okay, so the rat that was still up does take an attack opportunity as you move.
That's fine.
That's only a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna swing my flail.
Okay.
That's an 11.
11 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
So rude. That's my turn.
Okie dokie.
That's what I got.
Sure, cool. Talitha, you're up.
Right. I will. I'm not going to do that yet either. I'm going to say to this fella, because I don't want to get up yet. I'm not here for that. Would you do us all a solid and die? And that is going to be vicious mockery.
Okay. That's an 18.
Oh, what's that?
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to need you. Then in which case, I will say, I'll say to Awen, this thing just isn't dying, so you're going to have to get better at killing them, and give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Cool. What's the bardic? What's the dice?
It's D6.
So on your next attack roll, you can choose to add a D6 to the attack, to the D20, or to the next D20 roll you make. You can choose to add a D6 to it, should you so wish. But you've got that for 10 minutes. It is now your turn, Awen.
All right. I'm gonna move over here, and I'm going to attack the rat, and I'm going to use the Barty thingy that just happened.
Okay, you can choose to use it after you make the roll.
Okay.
So if you think it might hit, you don't have to use it. That's what I'm saying. Do you think a 13 is going to hit?
No, I don't think it will.
Okay. So you can add a d6 to it. So just roll a d6 now.
5.
Okay, so an 18 definitely hits. You can roll your d6 for extra damage as well.
6.
Amazing. 14 points of damage. Oh, this dude's looking pretty rough. Is there anything else that you wish to do in your turn, Owen?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Cool. The rat that's still alive is gonna try and give you a bite. Owen, that's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
You take 3 points of piercing damage. And then, Karina, I would like you to make a death saving throw for me, please. Okay, that's one positive result with a 17.
Yay.
Okay, this weird humanoid figure is going to disengage. And move backwards into the trees. And that's his turn. Brock, you're up.
I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
15, 20, 25.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him with the flail.
Sure.
I don't know if this is actually worth doing, but I would like to declare that I'm doing non-lethal damage.
Okay.
I just want to knock him out. But that's a 10, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't hit, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry.
It's okay, so many bad attack rolls.
That's your... Anything else that you want to do in your turn?
There's nothing else. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, Talitha, you're up.
I think I'm going to stand up because this is getting silly. And I'm going to say to right, let me just do the standing up thing. And I'm going to say to it, don't you start running as fast as you can. I'm the fucking baker's wife. And that'll be my vicious mockery.
I love that.
And I'm sorry for swearing.
That's a 16.
Motherfucker, I am going to Silvery Barbs him.
Okay.
I am going to Silvery Barbs him.
That's a 15.
That's fine.
I'm rolling really well.
I'm going to shoot the advantage at Awen.
Okay. Cool. Is that your turn, Talitha?
Well, that was my action and my reaction.
Okay.
Can I use my bonus action?
Yep.
I'm going to say to Karina, I'm going to need you to not die, and Cat's healing word.
How many spell slots have you used?
That's it. I'm done for.
You're-
wait, no, I can't because Silvery Barbs is a spell.
Silvery
Is a spell slot. Can I use that as a spell as a reaction?
Yeah, you can use. Obviously, you can use Silvery Barbs as a
But
reaction. Because it's a reaction. Yeah. No, that's
It
fine.
doesn't count in my spell
No,
economy.
doesn't-
Fine. So I'm going to. I will use. I will do the healing word thing.
Okay.
You get 4 healing points back.
Okay.
Try not to die.
Okay.
Just stop it.
So you are currently prone at the moment. Aaron, you're up. You see life breathe into Karina.
Welcome back. I'm going to shoot at the rat man thing.
Okay.
And I have advantage, you said?
Yeah.
Wonderful. This is wonderful.
But you're also, are you shooting at the rat person?
Yeah, the rat person.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are you declaring that this is non-lethal, or do you want to kill them?
Kill it with fire.
I want to kill it.
Okay. How would you like to kill this creature?
Okay, so
for flavor, roll me your d6 on the attack as well.
2.
Okay, so with 15 points of damage, how would you like to destroy? Describe how this creature falls down.
Okay, so oh boy, I didn't think about this one. The arrow just strikes it right in the neck, and you just hear just this gush of blood. But at least Karina does, because she can't see anything still. And you just hear just no other sounds, just the gush of blood, and then just a falling sound, and there's blood all over Brock now, because Brock was right there. I'm like, sorry.
It begins to let out a squeak, but the squeak is cut short by the arrow finding the neck and the vocal cords within the creature. As it falls down on the ground, you look down, Brock, and you are no longer looking at this creature. You are looking at a halfling.
Excuse me, what?
What?
You're looking at a halfling on the ground. You're no longer looking at a rat creature. You're looking at a halfling. You're out of initiative as well.
We've still got rat to kill. We killed
You're
him.
out.
Y'all better come over here. Something's not adding up here. This rat person's not a rat person.
Bring him nearer the fire, so we can all have a look.
Brock will carry, be like fine, and like drag the
Just a little
body over.
packles.
And I walk up and start kicking crap out of the body, to be honest.
Tell me
you
what
can
we need
see
to
it.
bring it back. If we need to bring it back. Not that I can bring it back.
Yeah. So I would drag the body over with me. Obviously, I can't move the token. But
No, I've moved you back onto a screen without the map. We're back in theater of
Okay.
mind right now.
Cool.
Well, so is said halfling naked?
No, he has equipment and stuff on him. He's wearing some leathers.
Let's search the body.
Yeah, you can search the body. If you want to give me an investigation check, or one person give me an investigation check, and somebody else help, so it would give them advantage, you can certainly do that as well.
18.
18. You have a
Karina did 12.
Karina did 12. Cool. Awen did not do well.
Not one.
You have a good rummage throughout what this dude's wearing. You can see he has some like old leathers on. Doesn't look particularly wealthy. You find 3 pieces of silver and 2 copper on him. He's got a hand crossbow and a short sword by his side.
I'm gonna pocket the silver. But I'll leave the copper. But there's nothing else on him There's nothing to say that he's gonna. Like he looks.
Do any of us know why this halfling would have been in the form of a rat?
You are all welcome to give me Arcana checks. Or argue a different role if you would like a different role.
5. No.
So with a 3, a 5, and a 4.
Solid that one.
But-
Okay, actually, can I? If Brock were to think that this is like illusion magic, being a forest gnome, I have an affinity with illusion magic, even though I'm bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just do a flat wisdom check instead of an arcana check? Because, like, natural intelligence versus,
I
like,
will.
intelligence.
I tell you what, I will allow you a nature check if you have proficiency in nature. If not, that will just make it a flat wisdom.
Okay,
Not
Yeah,
you,
nature's intelligence.
not you, Way, when you've rolled.
14.
14. Okay. You've heard of werfolk before. You've heard of were creatures. You've heard of were creatures before.
Okay.
You're looking down at that. You watch it change back. You know, you're pretty certain that this is. You've not heard of a were rat before. That's new on you. Normally it's like
Yeah.
werewolves and more interesting creatures, but a were rat's a bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was just and I'm pretty sure he was a were rat, which I guess is a thing. That seems like a shitty deal to get that you turn into a rat. But, you know, what are you gonna do?
Ugh. I hate rats.
I mean, I guess he won't be turned into a rat anymore.
No, he's very dead. Very dead and was trying to get away. Now, you know that you run into, you are aware that there are bandits on this road to affluent places and things like that. It's just kind of funny that you've come across a rat at this place. But before long, you finish your long rest. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. You spend a little bit longer just patching yourself up and sat and resting before you make the move to Baldur's Gate, proper. You head down the coastal path, head down the hill, head over the Worm Gate, and you find yourselves in the beautiful, beautiful city of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, looks like a bit of a shape, this. Very good.
The docks are you've been here before. The docks are stunning. The architecture is beautiful. It's a lot of it is on very hilly places. You can see the Wizard's Tower in the distance as you go in. You can see the actual when you move around a little bit, you find the actual Baldur's Gate, which is where the wide is, where this marketplace is. You're aware of this marketplace. It's a very, very busy. It's a very busy marketplace, well known within Baldur's Gate. You're not Baldurians yourselves, but you are not far enough removed to know stuff about it. And because of the company that you kept before you moved here, you're good. You're good. You know where this is. What would you all like to do? Don't all talk at once.
I think we should just make a beeline for this bookstore.
I don't
maybe,
think we need to find
maybe-
the quiet corner where this market stall is. We need to ask around for something about a June and see whether there's more than one bookstore.
While we're walking through like this marketplace, I'm like looking at all these potential like shoe stores as well, and I'm just like scoffing and like these inferior shoes.
Love that your character art was on the screen when you were saying that. That was really helpful. That helped me. Yeah, so you have as you're sort of walking around this, you can see that the streets are illuminated by magical lights. There are luxurious boutiques and expensive looking restaurants. You can see elegantly dressed residents who keep looking at you like you're the riffraff that the cat dragged in. Not super clear. You can see you're aware that there is a nightly curfew within the upper city, so you literally have to leave at nightfall unless you've got special allowance in order to stay. Like, what are you looking for? What would you want to see in here? Because I'd be honest, if you were looking to buy anything else, you could certainly do so in the wide.
I don't think we've got a lot of money between us. We haven't earned any money from anything that we've done so far, so...
Yeah, I would say like Brock he's got his book flail, his arm, he's feeling good to go.
Okay.
Like, I don't need anything.
So you spend a little bit of time sort of walking around. You catch the smell of a bakery in all different sorts of oranges and golds plastered on the outside, and it's in beautiful script on the top of it. It says Autumn's Breads. You can see a shady looking antiques shop, which it says coppers to crowns on it. Gemstones out of plenty. You see a beautiful a small little hot drinks stand with they're selling warm drinks. There's a banner along the top, and you can see that there's a couple of there's a sign that's sort of flipped up. And as someone knocks the stand, it flips down, and it changes the sign from Heath's hot drinks to Heath's cool drinks. And he's like, "It's not summer quite yet, my dear," and lifts the sign back up. And it's clearly it differentiates between those two times during the year. It is there's also, you can see like shops for wizards and spell scrolls and all of that sort of things. And eventually, after about an hour of looking and walking around together and a lot of disdainful looks from other patrons of the Wide, you find sat in a corner with a couple of people pursuing their wares, a small stall called Amber June Books. And I mean, all signs point to this.
Folks, I think that's the place.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's. No, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to check it out?
No, there was something I was going to do, and I reneged.
So you head up to that.
In fact, before we go up to Amber June Books, would it be possible if we could find a little alleyway somewhere where I could, right by here, where I could ritually cast Detect Magic?
Give me an investigation check.
21.
With a little bit of time, a little less than 10 minutes away, but a little way away, probably about 5 minutes, you find a really quiet little alcove. Sort of, you manage to slip in around a like this wrought iron gate behind a tree and behind some high growing bushes, and you sit right behind there and start. There's enough space for you to ritually cast that for 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll do that then, if that's all right with everyone else.
Yeah, I'll stand watch over here at a distance as well, just in case anyone tries to sort of go that way.
Is there anything that the rest of you want to do while she's doing that?
I would like to stand a little ways away from the bookstall, and just anybody who's passing by that I can just be like, those books are dangerous. Like be like,
Actively campaigning against the bookstore.
Yeah.
You got a placard.
Holy shit. Okay.
Have you heard about the dangers of books today?
Oh my god. I was going to make a really unsavory comment then about other people who stand outside of certain places. So I think then for the time that it takes for Talitha to cast her detect magic spell, we're going to have a little bit of a break. Because I can't believe that the time has flown like this. We're gonna have a little bit of a break. We'll be back in about sort of 5-10 minutes or so. In the meantime, we'll have a tiny bit of a break and come back with more information. Oh my god! Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. And we're back. Hi friends. How you doing? Cool. You finish your rest. Not your rest. That was our rest. You finish your casting casting detect magic as a ritual. You
I've been concentrating on it the entire time. When you all went off and did stuff, I just sat here concentrating on my spell.
wild.
Method.
Brooke, you're getting some funny looks. You're getting some looks from, there's a couple of people who are clearly workers in the store who are looking at you, and you can see a middle-aged woman and a shorter, they're both human, a shorter, petite human woman with a really intricate, fancy-looking braid running through her hair, and you see this other middle-aged woman, a little bit more sort of bulky, and they're both at the stall, and they keep sort of like, when you keep saying stuff, they keep looking at you, more and more dirty glances as they go. Talitha, Karina, Eowyn, you finish your keeping watch while she's casting her detect magic as a ritual. You're about 5 minutes away, so you beeline it back to the shop.
I think we would book it, absolutely.
Yeah. As you get back to the shop, you see one of the guards has been summoned and is currently having a word with Brock, and they're like, you can't do this. You can't deliberately disrupt people who wish to purchase literature. I understand that you believe that it is you are doing the right actions, but you are not helping anybody. Your cause isn't being fought by you fighting here. Do you understand?
I'm not stopping anyone from buying books. I just want to make sure that they are well informed of the dangers of their purchase.
We will arrest you if you don't stop. So these are the options that are available to you.
I'm sorry you had a really negative experience with books. Please,
I've been traumatized.
don't with him. He's having a bit of a time.
Oh my God.
I'm sure you will be able to resolve this amicably with the store itself. If this store hasn't caused you any problems, then unfortunately I'm going to have to insist that you stop or face the consequences.
Fine. I will. My friends are back now, anyways, so it's fine.
Okay. Talitha.
I don't want it anymore. I think we should do this anymore.
Do I need to scrap this and start a new campaign? Is this other thing?
Yeah, Candlekeep isn't for us, I don't think. Let's go back to Waterdeep, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine, Kato. Just do it in a whole new season and you'll be fine with it. It won't be a problem. You get there, you sense that as you get there, you've got about 5 minutes left as your spell. I just want to go, like, literally from one end to the other and just see if anything pings.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that do ping. You don't see anything that pings like a spell book would ping, but you get illusory magic from maybe 4 or 5 different books that are on the...
Can we do a small retcon? In a retcon in so much as if I'd have talked, when I talked to the people back, the Gipsari, Vizarag, when I spoke to them, just to ascertain what sort of magic had been applied to the books to make it real, make them look like they were books and not things that were going to bite us. So that when I did a detect magic, I would know that if it was illusionary magic or whatnot, it was the same thing, or if it was different.
So what he would have said to you would have been maybe a little bit of illusion, maybe a little bit of mutation. Those two. Maybe
I'm
together.
Am I getting any of that pinging?
You're not getting any transmutation. You're just getting illusory pings. But he wasn't 100% certain when you spoke to him about it.
And how many books?
5 or 6. All pinging illusion.
And are they lumped together or are they separate?
No.
Okay.
No, a couple of them are really sort of like displayed as
star purchases.
Star purchases. But as you're looking around, you can see like most books are around they're around like the 25 gold piece mark, and then when you get to one of these rare books, it's 250 gold pieces. But all of these rare books that you can see are kicking off illusory. That's about all you get before your
Okay, that's perfect.
Your spell
that's all
finishes.
I need to know. Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know how to deal with it.
The young woman with the beautiful braid, and the long braid all mixed together, it's ginger braid, very, very small, small woman says, can I help you? Are you looking for anything in particular, miss?
No, we're on a little bit of a fact-finding expedition to come up here, and we specifically came to see you.
I'm glad that our business have reached far and wide. How can we help?
I'm just going to read a few names of a few books to you, and I just want to know whether or not you've come across these books in the last couple of months. The Dark Hunger, The Fallen Tethia Man, and Madsfroth's Mighty Digressions. I just wondered if you had any copies of them in, or you'd had them in recently.
Well, all of the books that you can see are the books that we have in stock. We don't have any other available items for you. As far as we get a lot of books in, we send a lot of books out. So I don't know how well I'd be able to help you with that.
We know that those books have been purchased from this stall,
right?
And they weren't books. They turned into other things and attacked people. So I just kind of wanted an explanation as to what you thought of that.
That is strange. It's not something that I've ever heard about.
Insight check.
Sure.
5. Cool, she's telling the truth. Where do you get your books from?
Right, some of our purchases come from Waterdeep, other places in Baldur's Gate themselves. What did you roll as an insight?
5.
I should really roll for this character, shouldn't I? Rather than just like assuming
that 5 is just dog shit. Yeah.
Let's not assume. Yeah, no, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. Our books are vetted.
By who?
Oh, we check them over, make sure that you're saying that the books are attacking people?
We only know those 3 books that have attacked people.
Oh, they're not our books.
They were bought here. There's certainly I've noticed that not all of these books are exactly what they seem.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that one's got illusory magic on it. That one's got illusory magic on it. And that one's got illusory magic on it. So realistically, I would very much like you to just give us a little bit more information about why your books aren't books.
I wouldn't know.
Am I going to have to go and get the guards?
I wouldn't know. There's no information. Are you sure that
I'm quite certain.
you quite? She looks this young girl. She looks to the older woman that's also here, and she says, "Avani, Avani," and the older woman sort of comes over, a bigger, much burlier woman, and she says, what appears to be the problem? And the girl says, "Do you know when Corvala's coming back? When she due back again? Because these people are saying that there's illusory magic here." And Avani turns to you and she goes, "Look, listen, we don't know really anything about the stock that we have here."
Insight check.
Yeah, make an insight check for me.
15.
Oh my god. Where's my buttons for my things? Two seconds.
I really like building characters that got lots of like wisdom and stuff.
She seems to be telling you the truth. She's very difficult to read. She says you're welcome. You're welcome to speak to Corvala when she gets back. She's the manager. We're basically here just to sell the stock. If you can see something that doesn't appear to be what it's supposed to be, then Corvala would be the one that you would need to speak to.
I'm going to have to ask you to take the books with the illusionary aspect to them off of your stall.
It's authority.
I'm just asking you to do it so that nobody else gets hurt. Which
books are they?
I will point at the rare ones in particular.
All of the expensive.
All of the really expensive ones.
So just to clarify, you want us to take down all of our expensive stock? Who's the other bookstall that you're working for?
I'm not working for another bookstall. I just really think that you ought to be a little bit more caring for the community and not want anyone else to be attacked.
Give me a persuasion or intimidation check, whichever you're trying with here.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Okay. She says,
It's getting higher.
she says, I will point out the exact ones that you think they are, and I will. Do you want me to just like move them about and prove that they're not, that there's nothing untoward?
You don't have to prove. Before I got to your stall, I was able to see them because I had a detect magic spell active, so I know which books there are.
Right. Do you want me to prove that it's not going to hurt me? Is this what?
Go wild. But the problem is that it's been months since those books have been purchased when the illusionary magic drops off, and I don't have a dispel magic to be able to do that yet because I'm only level 2.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what you mean by that. I'm so confused. I'm going to go and take all the things off the books off the stand. So she very begrudgingly takes them all and just puts them, grabs them all. They don't appear to be reacting in any way. And she takes all of these 5 books that you point out, Talitha, and she just puts them next to the cash desk, effectively. And just puts them on the side, and she says, "Corvala's not going to be happy with that."
Well, I'm assuming Corvala's the one who's made them illusionary.
You'll have to speak to her. You'll definitely have to speak to her. I can't help you with that right now. It's not information that we're privy to, unfortunately.
Where would we be likely to be able to find Corvala?
She'll be here in a minute. Do you want to just hey, look, let me clear off some space. And she moves like from this whole shelf, which is about lower to the ground, and just puts it down and says, if you want to sit there, you can sit there. It's no problem.
Okay. I'll stand.
You stand.
Yeah, because it's fantasy, Claire, and I quite like standing up in fantasy.
While we're waiting, Brock is gonna cast Minor Illusion to just like make a fake illusory book where one of the books that was taken is.
Okay. Are you trying to do this sneakily?
No, not
You just
at
do
all.
it.
I just do it, and the title of the book is "The Dangers of Reading."
Man, can you give me a stealth check just to see if you managed to get it there?
Okay, question. I'm wearing chainmail, so I have disadvantage on
I
stealth checks. Do I
wouldn't
give
give-
disadvantage on this kind
Not
of
on
stealth?
not on this stealth check because you're literally going.
I mean, that works.
Tell the good people on the stream what you rolled for me, please,
I
Jace.
rolled a 1.
Amazing,
Oh,
I rolled a 1.
amazing. You see the bigger burly lady just sort of like look up and go, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just trying to help make you look like you haven't taken stock down.
Well, I can move the whole thing. I don't need you to.
But I
What?
I want to help people. Give them a useful book. Even if it's a fake book. Put your hand through it.
Are you incapable of sitting and waiting? Is this what it is? Are you just all incapable of sitting and waiting? Do you need to go away, find something to do, and then come back?
If one was to read The Dangers of Reading, what would the content of the book be, or would it be intentionally blank because you're not supposed to read?
That's a good question.
The Dangers of Reading, and you're reading it like.
I think I found our first piece of merch.
you got any books about pirates here, or how to train your parrot?
A book about training parrots. Make an investigation check for me.
Or seagulls?
Or seagulls. More specifically, seagulls would be more helpful.
Sorry, what was that, Jack?
Investigation, please,
Investigation.
Karina. And let me know what you rolled.
And I got an 11.
An 11. Having a look around, you see a couple of different books about coastal animals. Not particularly how to train coastal animals, but there is a book there that's about Sword Coast aquatic marine life and aquatic birds, effectively.
These look close enough. I'll have that one.
You buying these?
How much?
25 gold a book.
What?
25 gold a book. I didn't stutter, love. All right. So I'm really sorry about this bad demeanor that I've got for you right now. It's everybody else that's really, really annoyed me. It's not you. Sorry, dear. How can I help?
How am I ever going to train my parrot?
Thank
Put
you.
them back and just throw a huff.
Thank you for putting them back. Thank you for putting them back and not ruining them by just chucking them on the wall. I really appreciate that.
You don't know how close I came to wanting.
Can we have a look? Can I have a look through the books to see if I can find any of the actual books? So the Dark Hunger, Fallen Tethium, and Mazfarths.
Give me an investigation check.
17.
No, they are not
Okay.
there. You sit. Is there anything else that you want to do to piss off these people before they
Yes.
up? Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
So in my childhood, I was made aware of a book, a legendary book among us rangers called Ranger Danger, and I'd like to just see if it's in the bookstore somewhere.
Give me an investigation check. Ranger danger.
It's gonna be a 12.
A 12. You don't see it, and you ask you mention to the younger woman whether you ask the younger woman about it, and she says, who told you that book's a joke? You know that's a joke title. It's a kid's book. It's not actually a book about rangers. It's just a book about helping. About teaching kids about the dangers of being out in the forest on their own. You've got a bow on your back. Are you not used to being out in the forest on your own?
I leave.
You just nope out mid-conversation.
Just walk away.
I think it's
I really do. You just like blank wall stare, just like.
We're a really socially well-adjusted group here.
Oh my god. Okay. You've genuinely made me cry. Sooner rather than later. Thank fuck. Corvala shows up. She is very, very tall, and well dressed. And she shows up, and she looks at the books that are on the side of where the cash desk is, with like a curious look on her face, and goes and speaks to Avani, and she, after a couple of like quiet words between them, she heads over to you. She's mostly got like this scarf around her head, this purple scarf, and a very dark purple robes as well. Incredibly well dressed, and she definitely looks the part. Like you guys do not look like you belong here, but this woman genuinely does. Like fully part of it. And she heads over to you and she says, I understand you were looking to speak to me.
Yeah, we're here to investigate some books that have been attacking people.
Right.
That were bought from this store. Brock's just gonna stare at her.
And which books are these? Which books do you mean? Which books have been stolen from our store? Or
They weren't stolen. They were purchased from your store.
right.
They were in the last 2 months. They had been taken to Candlekeep, and that's the Dark Hunger, the Fallen Tethiaman, and Mazroth's Mighty Digressions. They weren't books. After a period of time, they turned nasty.
Tried to eat people.
I walked back into the store.
Tried to attack me.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't think that they were purchased here.
They were purchased here. Have you got no recollection? Do you not keep an inventory?
We certainly do, but I books along those lines is. Well,
There was also a number of books on your stall that your associates had been kind enough to take off the shelves. As you can see, they're currently next to your cash register. These books have an illusionary aspect to them. As did the books that attacked. I just wanted to know what the crack was with that, and where you'd got those books from, because they are attacking people. Do you know anything about this?
That's not something that that we have any dealings with. Not something that
Why is there illusion magic on those books then?
I don't believe you that is the case.
100%
And
is
where
the
is
case.
Ranger Danger?
Can I insight check her, please?
You certainly can, yeah. Anyone can, by all means.
19.
She is lying to you. She's not being entirely truthful.
13.
Brock, she's hard to read.
Yeah. Brock also wouldn't trust anybody who sells books for a living, so...
All of it is a lie. There is something, she is talking to you, she is curt, she is professional, she's not happy with you saying things along the lines of like in the middle of the store. Well, there are still customers in here, you're not the only people in here, but she is just sort of, you can see that there is something, be it a tiny bead of sweat on the brow, be it a little bit of an eyes darting about the place, keeping an eye on where exits are, or trying to formulate more plans. Her mind is going 200 miles an hour, trying to...
At the moment, we haven't announced to anyone that we are here and we're conducting an investigation on behalf of Candlekeep, but we might do that. Because it feels like a sort of thing, if you're peddling books that aren't books, it feels like the sort of thing we should do is to alert the authorities. So I think what would be the best thing for you to do in your circumstances is to be as truthful with us as you possibly can be, so that we can come to some sort of find some sort of clarity as to how we progress forward.
Please give me either a persuasion or an intimidation check, whichever you're going for.
I wasn't trying to be intimidating.
You are just generally intimidating, Kate.
But trying to be persuasive.
Yeah, I will take a persuasion for you.
9.
That's high enough on this.
Okay.
That's high enough on this. She sort of like says, she says, can you come to my home, to our base of operations? Would you be able to come to there later on this evening?
I should imagine that we could accommodate that. If you let us know where it is, then we'll...
For peaceful conversation.
Do you want us to come at sundown? Would that be...
Very much so. We will be waiting for you. We will be waiting for you at sundown.
Who will be waiting for us? Yourself and
the rest of the Amber Dune pack.
Oh, the rest of the Amber Dune pack.
Yeah. Please come and see me. My name, obviously, you know my name. It's Kavala Amber Dune. You will meet the rest of my family. Will be staying there as well. But please come and we can have a private conversation there.
Okay. We will see you at sundown. I imagine you give me the address or point it out.
100%. Yeah. So it's in a corner of the Blackgate district, which is a bit more of a poorer area. So her outfit belays when she says it's in a corner of the Blackgate district, and the way she describes it is that it is effectively like a dilapidated hovel. You can see what you were given the directions, and she says that she will see you there at sundown once the shop has been all shut up.
Okay, and I'd really appreciate it if you didn't sell any more illusionary books today, at least until we've had a proper conversation.
Indeed.
Thank you. I do not trust her at all. Okay. I think we would then, in which case, probably find a pub. That feels like a very D&D thing to do at this moment.
So, not too far away from the Blackgate district there is another pub that is built out of the shape of a ship, part of a ship, built, but the ship is built into the wall, and it overlooks the docks.
We're like, oh, home from home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But this ship isn't an overturned ship. This is an upright ship, but it's sort of it's the front part of the pub. I'm sure it's called the Mermaid something, but the name has completely escaped me at this moment. That's pretty close to where you would be going. It would be a decent place for you to stop. It has like smaller booths that you can go and sit at as well. So if that's where you want to go and wait for nightfall, is there anything that you want to do between then and now?
Karina would probably try and drag everyone to that pub because she just loves anything nautical and looks at it and goes,
Yeah.
wow, this is so cool, guys.
Seeing as where we've come from and where the fact we all met in a pub which was effectively an upturned boat, then it just feels like kismet if we ended up going into a mermaid pub for sure.
Yeah. Rock's just happy to be away from the books.
So yeah, you can sit down. You can have a drink. Is there?
It should be beers, not books. That is a T-shirt.
Oh no. Yeah. What would you like to do during this little bit of downtime that you have?
Are you saying we're not far away from where?
You wouldn't be super far away, no. Probably like maybe a 20-minute walk from where you are now to where this would be.
How many other people are in the pub?
Lots. It's quite busy. It's quite busy. You can hear people singing upstairs. I
would try and listen, or at least try and hear what people are saying, if there's any talk of Amber June or anything like that.
Yeah, make a perception check if you like.
I would encourage everyone else to do the same as well and say, like, keep your ears to the ground. If we can get any information about these Amber June characters before we meet them, let's do it.
I could do that.
24.
24. Brock, what do you roll?
An 8.
And Brock?
14.
Okay. I'll give you all what Awen hears because there's no way of anything else. You're distracted. Talitha, you can hear a lot of sea shanties. There are a lot of... You're on the docks. You're at the docks at the moment. There are a lot of sea folk around. There are a couple of very resplendent-looking pirate hats around Karina that are just sort of like dotted around on tables. Some of them... That's what you're pretty distracted by. You keep thinking about whether or not you could half-inch one of them. You don't hear an awful lot of chitter or chatter about an Amber June Burks. A lot of people are just talking about their day and meeting up with family and friends and all of those kind of things. Same thing, Awen. It's not a very well-known place. It's kind of hidden away, this Amber June Burks. You'd probably need to ask people about it. You get the impression that you would likely have to ask people about it to get any sort of reliable information about the Amber June Burks or anything else that you've heard, or about the family or anything like that.
Maybe we ask the barkeep then. Shall I go and do my best flirt with the barkeeper? This ain't my first rodeo.
I need to the bar, yeah.
Right, I will go and I will speak to the barkeep and I will flutter my eyelashes.
The barkeep, you see an incredibly hairy bugbear at the bar who is currently cleaning glasses. He looks up and goes, can I help you? You miss, you've got your drinks all right? Everything all right with your drinks?
Everything's lovely. Thank you so much. You've been ever so courteous to us. Clearly, we're new in town.
I can see that by the outfit.
Oh, do I really look that bad?
You stand out a little bit. You stand out. The way you were all looking around then, it wasn't particularly subtle. And I'm not gonna lie. You're trying to hear. Are you adventurers? Are you looking for some work? Because there might be. I mean, there's probably gonna be some work around at some point if you want.
I don't think we're necessarily looking for some work at the moment. We're kind of in the middle of something,
right?
Which is what's brought us into town. I hate to be pressing, but do you know anything about the Amber June pack?
Pack?
Well, that's what she referred. Well, when we spoke to Corvallis, she referred to them as the rest of the Amber June pack, and it felt like an odd way to refer to one's family.
That sounds. I've never heard of Amber June. So that's a new word on me. I'm sorry.
You don't know Amber June at all?
No, I don't think I've ever seen.
They have a stall in the Wide District. They sell books.
It doesn't ring any bells. I work a lot. I work a lot in this establishment. To help me get by as a bugbear in the city and all of you. You can't possibly have not noticed that.
I don't judge people by how they look.
But I mean, it's very that's very kind of you to say.
No, I don't. I just wanted to, seeing as you judged us so hard by how we looked, I just wanted to let you know that I didn't do the same thing back.
It's always intimidation, Katie. You're so intimidating. You need the most intimidating boy that's ever existed. They're either intimidation or a wind-up merchant. He was very kind of you to say. I was merely commenting on what you were wearing.
No, don't you worry about it. I'm just.
He says, I haven't heard of anything, but as a bugbear, it's something that we would normally refer to as our family would be a pack, like. It feels more animalistic. It just seems like a really strange thing that she said.
No, I agree.
So
I agree.
I don't know. I'm sorry that I can't help you any further.
No, that's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Is there anything else that anybody else wishes to do?
And we'd need to, once everyone's done their thing, we need to have a conversation.
I'm just really trying to fit in badly in the way that I'm basically using every nautical phrase and stereotype that I can possibly think of.
Give me a performance check. Have a performance. Let's see how well you do.
Oh, there, barkeep.
Barkeep. Just like with the barkeep or with like general. There's a lot of pirates around with the barkeep.
I'm going to get this grog and a herring for my
gull.
My God. I need parrot, please.
A herring for your gull. I love that so
much.
Your gull is still at Candlekeep. You didn't automatically get a gull. A performance, not persuasion for me, you clicked.
Oh, right, sorry.
Performance might be a little... Performance was a better skill when you rolled an 8.
With my fake eye patch, by the way.
You're getting... You lift it up to C-step so you don't bump into things. Yeah.
You're getting a lot of like, the fuck is this person? The hell is going on? You're drawing attention to yourself, Karina, in the worst possible way. Yeah. A herring for your gull. Yeah. Your parrot. Sure. Your parrot is not with you. You did not get that far with looking after it. You've managed to basically get it to come to a window and get food, and then it flew away again. She's so sad.
Are we going soon?
You make your way back to the table. What about Brock and Awen?
I'm just gonna continue drinking some ale.
Okay, you have some ale. But it probably costs for a round of drinks. It probably costs about 2 silver here. It's not super expensive.
And Brock wants to run sort of like a straw poll around the bar, and it's just gonna be like asking people like books like good or bad, like yes or no, yay or nay.
Oh, can you give me
trying to gauge public sentiment.
Can you give me a straight charisma check on that for me, please? A straight charisma.
14.
14. A straight charisma check of 14. Roll me a D100.
Okay. 29.
29% of the people in this bar think books are bad.
Okay. Brock's just like, I got work to do.
I'm here to change minds and soothe hearts.
He'll return to the table and just be like, just shaking his head. Just.
Everyone's the one who's been saving the drink, saving the table for everyone, and trying not to, trying to be like, yeah, no, they're not with me, and then you all congregate together, a little bit before sundown.
Could be the start of the anti-book alliance there.
Oh my god. Okay. Amazing. Right, yeah, you all find yourselves joining back to the table together.
I had a very interesting conversation with the barkeep that's made me think some things, and I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and come up with 2012. 24. They refer to themselves as the Amberdoon Pack. The bugbears behind the bar. That feels like the title of the beginning of an excellent novel. Let me just write that down quickly. The bugbear behind the bar.
Are you thinking weird creatures?
I'm thinking were creatures, yeah. Because when you put it all together, and we've seen a were-rat, if they're calling themselves a pack, we could be about to effectively go into the you know, where they all are.
They're rats.
I don't know whether they're all were-rats, but they could be a whole host of were things. My brain is going, well, what if they were were-books? And I don't think you can be a were-book. So, and actually, I would agree with you that a were-book is probably bad. So.
See, it's all coming. It's all making sense now.
But I do think we probably ought to go in with that sort of mentality that we might be facing were creatures.
Okay. And as you finish this conversation, you look up and you can see that the last bit of daylight is just setting over the horizon. It's fucking beautiful. The way it sets over the docks. It's a sight to behold. You've not seen, especially you, Karina, the want to be in the ocean at this point as you see the daylight and the sunset over the ocean is. You feel, and you've had a couple at this point. You feel a little bit of a tear in the eye as you look over, but you do eventually make your way over to the this building. The building is lit from the inside. You can see that it's lit. You can see you have. It's relatively small, about sort of like 30 foot or so wide, around that 30 little square, this square building. And you can see a front entrance. The door is closed currently. And it's sort of a very dilapidated wooden wall shack. It's on a narrow street, sort of tucked away in a corner, very much in the same way that the bookstall is kind of tucked away in the corner, as is this shack.
What an absolute shithole.
That's the kind of attitude that you need going to talk to these people.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. I guess we knock on the door?
Oh, sure. As you go up, as you head up to the door, you can hear talk and chatter. As soon as you knock on the door, every voice inside there stops.
Can I ascertain from the outside how many different voices I heard?
Or with a perception check, with a very difficult DC, you might be able to.
Yeah, I can't see this happening, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. 13.
Very, very difficult to see.
I rolled a 20.
18.
Hard to tell. With a 20 and an 18, still very difficult.
Brock's not even gonna try. But as soon as after we knock and we hear them stop talking, Brock's just gonna say loud enough, and presumably we heard through the door, just because y'all stop talking doesn't mean that we still know you're in there.
As you
tell him, Brock.
As you do that, the door opens and you see Korvala standing there with her still in her purple dress with her hood, and she smiles at all of you and she says, please come on in, come through to my office. And she leads you through to the back of the house, and you see you walk through an immediate common room with lots of different mismatched chairs in, and you can see a lot of different people. There's 7 different people sat in here that have all been having a conversation. And then you move through and along a corridor, and you see a final you move along this corridor, which has got beds all along it. This isn't just a corridor, it's a dormitory as well. And then she takes you to the end of the corridor and walks you through into a room that is pretty much, the whole room is pretty much taken up by this massive desk that's in the room. And she sits down and you sort of squeeze yourselves in around it. And she says, please shut the door. You can see, looking at the desk, you can see there is a big journal on the desk that is currently open. You can see a pair on the wall behind her. You can see a pair of decorative swords, and she sits down and she turns to you from a chair as you're all stood up. There's no other chairs in this room, and she sits down behind this desk and she says, "What would you like to know? What can I tell you?"
What was about the books?
Yeah, the books.
The bitey ones?
Our pack leader, my dear friend Nadalia, passed away not too long ago. And we need the money to bring her back. A long time ago, she taught me how to create creatures. Gingwatsims, she called them, and that's what I call them. And we can create these creatures, and we can get them to assume 2 other forms. They can duplicate a specific object and a tiny beast. The idea is that we sell the books, and then the books come back to us and escape. And then we can sell the books again so we have enough money to be able to afford the diamond and to pay clerics to perform the ritual, the resurrection ritual on Nadalia. It was no intention for my Gingwatsims to show up in Candlekeep.
But they are showing up in places, though. You can't just... You're selling these as books, and you sold 3 of them, and that means it's you've done made 750 gold from them. How much is the resurrection? What was the diamond worth for the resurrection? How long ago did she die?
The diamond is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
So you're 250 gold pieces away.
But the cost of the clerics.
Why do you need to bring this person back to life?
Because I'm incapable of looking after the pack in the same way she did.
You keep
My-
referring to yourself as the pack. Tell us a bit more about that, because I've heard people call their family a family, but why are you a pack?
You blink, and she smiles, but her teeth have changed. As she smiles at you, and you blink, and she smiles at you, and her teeth have changed, and her teeth are now, her teeth look different. I've shown you what she looks like, so I'll have to do that over here. Her teeth look different now. And she says to you all, as you can see, I'm not entirely as I seem. And I don't feel capable that I'm able to control the pack. Or control is a stupid word. Look after my pack, look after my family in the same way Nadalia did.
Thank you for your honesty, but it's still no way to go about doing this.
The only thing Nadalia was peaceful. She loved collecting books and scrolls. And she was kind and compassionate and killed by a group of adventurers just like you. The only things that we have left of her are a heart and everything else that we could carry.
Our experience as adventurers, we don't tend to attack unless we've been attacked.
Nadalia was the sweetest person. She wouldn't have done anything. She wouldn't. She was my love. I have her heart. The plan... The money that we are making is barely allowing us to survive. Is there anything that you would be able to do to help? Do you have anything? I can give you the books. I've got the books downstairs. Is there anything else that you can do to help? Even if you manage to find a diamond, or you know any of the spellcasters who might be able to cast a resurrection spell.
I don't know how we could help you. I just know you have to stop doing this. It's not fair and it's not right.
What do you suggest? What can I do to keep my pack safe? When there are adventurers who will just find them and kill them, they are peaceful people.
They aren't.
First of all, don't send these books out. You're not keeping your pack safe by sending these books out. Because look, we've turned up on your doorstep.
And how you don't know that they're all safe, they're all peaceful, and they're not attacking people. I have to be. You shouldn't. I have to be honest with you. I have to, because you've been honest with us. But we were attacked by a were creature on the way to Baldur's Gate.
Not one of mine. Not one of my pack. Not one of my pack. My pack do not attack people. What type of? What type of?
It was a were-rat.
We're not were-rats. We're not were-rats. We're jackal-wares. And we are peaceful. Most of our kind aren't, but we are. Because of Nadalia's teachings. And I'm sorry that it's come to this, and I'm sorry that you're here on my doorstep. In my house.
Why is it entirely on you to take... Are you the only adult here?
the responsibility. It's like, make a nature check for me, Brock.
I'm bad at those. 12.
12 with a -1 as well. Not bad. So, Forest Gnome knows the nature of other dot pack-like creatures. Not a very difficult check. Not so much an alpha, but a leader of a pack is relatively still common within with animals. They tend to look to a matriarch or someone in charge, and this is exactly the same vibes. But none of you need to roll insight to know that this woman is broken and is barely holding it together in the best possible way. Like a diamond worth of 1,000 gold. You guys know that resurrection, it's still fresh. This death is still fresh for this woman, and she hasn't given herself the opportunity to feel those waves of grief, and has instead thrown herself into finding the way to bring the person back. And also, the way she talks about her love, it's not a platonic love. This is a woman who is broken and is missing her heart, and that's what you all get.
If we were to help you in any way we could, it would mean you do not send any more of these books out. You shouldn't be sending them out anyway. What's everyone else think?
We need the books to get back to Candlekeep. That's what makes sense. We're gonna have. I wonder whether we just try and do something to make the money. Because that's all we can do is speed up the process for her. Because she's like, we go away, we take these books back to Candlekeep. She continues to do it until it's done. The only way we kill this, figuratively, is to make sure that they have got the means to be able to do what they need to do.
I have other books that I could sell you.
We don't have the money. And I appreciate you being honest with us, but I'm not buying a book from you.
She has already prepared. She slides out a drawer of the desk and she hands you the actual copy of Mazfroth's Fallen Tethymar and The Dark Hunger. She hands you those books and she says, these are the real books. I have other books that I could sell you, but I wouldn't be able to part with them for less than 250 gold apiece.
Okay, so here's the crack. We need to find a way to make money. Where do we go?
I can still try and sell my...
No.
I mean, I can sell the books that I have, but it's still paying for a cleric. I've saved up 450 so far, but that's just going to be eaten up with costs and expenses.
What are we getting paid for this job anyway?
There's a possibility of getting that helmet of comprehension.
Oh, yeah.
I can. It isn't necessarily your problem, but any help that you have would be very much appreciated. Or any ideas that you have. We're not killers, we're just booksellers.
I'm stealing a big ass diamond.
You're
Didn't the
stealing a big ass diamond.
did the bugbear in the pub said about adventurers and having tasks for adventurers?
He did.
I wonder whether we go and. I just don't think we can do anything else because these books are going to attack people. And we have to stop it or we don't get there and we can't get back to Candlekeep without a decent book.
Well, she's got 3 books for you. She will give you those 3 books without a problem.
She won't give them to us as recompense.
Yeah, those 3 books she's happy to
Okay.
give to you. The thing, you don't have to do anything for her. If you want to do something for her, you absolutely can. Depends on your nature, what you would like to do.
We take these books, and what if we head back to Candlekeep and maybe if we can help you, we will. We'll take these books from you now, but I can't say what we're going to do. But please don't send any more of these out. We'll see what we can do for you, but I don't know what that is yet.
There might be someone at Candlekeep who could help. Maybe that we could send back.
Can I get, and I will allow this from anybody, one person in your party, can I get a persuasion check with advantage, please? A 13.
13.
Okay. She looks to you and she says, if you were able to do that and do anything to allow us to bring my sweet love back, it would mean everything to me and I would be forever in your debt. If you could help facilitate that.
I look around. Does anyone react? Do I get any nods?
Yeah, Brock would just be like, yeah, sound. We'll do our best.
I think we need to help her. I think we need to help
Okay.
her, and I think we need to help her. I think we need to find the money to help her because having the opportunity, being owed a favour by a bookshop owner feels fortuitous.
Yeah. We will. If we can, we will help you. We'll do everything we can. Can't promise any more than that.
She hands the book. She pushes the books to the edge of the table, and she says, "Please take those, and please send the I don't know what the names of the bosses are or the people in charge at Candlekeep. It was never my intention. I never even assumed that that they would make it to Candlekeep. I feel awful about that. It's such a wonderful place from what I've heard. I was just trying to bring her back."
Okay. I pick up the books and I turn towards Talitha to hand them to Talitha and then quickly jump towards Brock with them and pull them back again.
Like, I don't want them. I don't want them.
And hand the books to Talitha as well.
In the books. Right, I'll put them in my thing.
She seems to be the best person to keep hold of those type of things.
And she doesn't invite you to stay. She doesn't invite you to stay. She invites you. She says, if there is anything that you can do, I would be so grateful. But I do give you my word that I will not send. I only made 8, and you've destroyed 3. 2 of the swords in my office. There's not that many left, and I won't make any more.
We'll try to do what we can. We'll try all we can.
As and when they come back.
We can't say more than that. We will do everything we can.
Thank you. And she walks you out, and you step out into the streets of my beautiful Baldur's Gate. With everyone else, it's still quite kind of bustling. There's still quite a lot of stuff going on as you move out of this street and into the more sort of like populated areas. There's still quite a bit of movement and stuff. It's a beautiful city. There's some wonderful stores and exciting shop fronts around, and like even near the docks. But what would you guys like to do? If you want to go back to Candlekeep, or like rest and then go back to Candlekeep and tell that information, you're more than welcome to. Or you can see if there's anything that you can do immediately to help in.
Should we rest up and head back?
Yeah, I think we should probably rest up and just head back in the morning.
We need to find somewhere to camp because we can't afford anywhere to stay in Baldur's Gate. We'll need to camp outside the city.
Okay.
You can afford to stay somewhere in Baldur's Gate.
We have not got any money. We have no money.
You have some money.
I have 35 gold.
That's not enough. Not
It
in this economy. There's a cost of living crisis.
Absolutely.
Not in a fantasy world.
Stay in the cool chip place again, please.
The cool ship place, you could definitely find a room where you could all bunk up together.
Is it like a cabin?
You could definitely find somewhere where you could all bunk up together for sure. It's not quite a cabin because it's just kind of like the front part of the ship. The further up you go, the less ship-like it looks, and there is a building that's sort of attached that's on stands a little bit further, and you can rent a few beds within a dormitory up there.
Is it all like nautique? So it's all like blue and white, and there's like an anchor on the wall.
Not blue and
Yeah,
white, but
an old fishing net.
there is definitely fishing nets and rope and
there's
anchors.
like those old glass buoys and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely like that. You go and you do that, and you say, and you go and speak to the barkeep, and there are beds available. It's going to be like for a night. It's a silver a night for one of these individual beds. So like less than a gold piece. So you're all good to stay in one of these. It's not the best night's sleep. You can hear like this pub does not close. So but it is a night's sleep in a bed, and you haven't had a night's sleep in a bed for a couple of days. And
Talitha doesn't sleep at all.
take a point of exhaustion then, please.
Yeah, I will.
But those of you who do manage to get some sleep do gain the benefits of a long rest, and it is now the morning.
Brock wakes up. He's just like, you're really not paying for the room. You're paying for the experience.
And what an experience.
Well, shall we
head off?
head out to Candlekeep?
Sure.
Yeah. So again, it's a few days back. For the expedition of it being a few days back, your point of exhaustion goes, Talitha. You get back to Candlekeep absolutely without any problems. You present your.
I would like, just as a point of order, as we're going along, every now and again, you'll just hear a mutter. We could have done more to help her. We could have done more to help her. We could have done more to help her. And that is like every hour on the hour, she's like, could have done more to help her. And that is just sticking in her head a bit. She's in her own head.
Yeah. On the last night's rest before you get back to Candlekeep. This isn't.
Oh, here we go.
Don't worry, this isn't going to be another fight. But on the last night's rest before you get back to Candlekeep, your dream is disturbed, Talitha, by a little mote of light that just sort of like floats in front of you, and it glows. And you...
It says to me, you could have done more to help.
it glows, and you don't... There's no words that come from it today. What you get in this lazy night, somewhere in the woods, you just get... You're not on your own. You just get that you're not on your own. The people are struggling. It's here for you. It's just giving you that warmth.
Yeah, just like reassurance and warmth.
Reassurance.
I think she...
It's the thing that your mum always told you would be there. It's back there again.
Yeah, so I think she'd just look at it for a minute and sit there, look at it. And then just be completely overwhelmed by what it means to have that in front of her again when she hasn't seen it for a while. Have a little cry. One of those like silent cries.
Yeah.
And then just go, okay. And then go back to sleep. So that has helped a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciated that from like both a Talitha level and a player level. Thank you.
Awen, you notice Talitha's crying. You notice her cry and her stir a little bit. Because this is towards the end of the rest, and you've had your rest, and you're just waiting for everyone to wake up. You've done your trance, but you see her crying.
I leave.
Absolute shit.
Amazing.
Okay.
No. I go up.
You and
I
your
go up
shoes
and-
can piss off. Oh, Jesus.
No. I go up. I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, it's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
And then I leave.
And you all leave. You all get up. You make it back to Candlekeep. You are met again by the gatekeeper, who is very, very happy to see the books arrive back.
Did we give him all 3 books?
Yes, absolutely, you do.
My!
They won't take you back in if you don't give them all 3 of the books.
Is Talitha
We
still?
could have just said we only found 1 and made some money off the other 2, but
This was our
what do I know?
mission.
I know it was our mission, but like, we didn't need to tell him we'd been completely successful. We could have been like a third successful.
We need the books to be safe.
The other 2 were destroyed. I don't know what happened, but here's 1.
We were going to have to find them somewhere else.
Let me remind you what Nox told you at the beginning of this adventure when a book arrives in Candlekeep, it can't be removed from Candlekeep. So how were you planning? There it is.
Taking the books out, and I've got that written in my notes, but I spilled lemonade all over my notes, so I can't put it back at the moment.
Brock's starting to like reframe Candlekeep in his mind as like a prison for books. We gotta contain the books.
You know, you get like a dice jail. Do we need to get like some sort of... Oh, I was about to say we need to get some sort of book binding, and I'm very proud of that.
On that last morning walking in Talitha, are you still repeating that to yourself? No.
Not at all.
Okay.
Wow. Incredible. Okay. You get back and you are provided with a helm of comprehending languages in recompense for your efforts, for what you've managed to do, today. I do have it in the journal, so I can give you information about it. It just allows you to cast comprehend languages once per day. I think it's once per day. Again,
Don't attune to it.
I don't think you do. Let me have a look. Helm of comprehending languages. Wondrous item uncommon. While wearing this helm, you can use an action to cast a comprehend languages spell from it at will. We can do that. This is what it looks like. Woo!
Ooh.
Looks so fancy. But
you
yeah,
don't have to attune to it, so you could effectively just pick it out, put it on, comprehend languages.
yeah.
And
You don't
one
have to be
wouldn't
walking around like you're in Nightmare all day. No.
Yeah. Go left a bit. Left a bit. So one giant step forward.
Amazing. But yeah, it is then up to you guys to decide what you want to do. What you want to do as far as if you want to help them out, or if you want to maybe decide maybe later on down the route, if you want to send them money at a later date to help, you could certainly do that. Or you could talk to Candlekeep and see if they could send money for extra books. You never got the name of the other books that she had. She never gave you any details of the other books because you never asked for them.
I think we need to help her. Yeah.
I think we need to
I
help
told
her as
y'all
well.
we should have asked.
Yeah, you did,
I am
Crispy.
in
Yeah, you did.
Captain Hindsight said.
I'm in favor of either sending them money down the road or letting Candlekeep people know that this book salesperson in Baldur's Gate, like that they have, like, and try to send people to go buy them.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
in
that's
favor of one of
probably
those two.
valid. I think the problem Talitha has is that she wants, if she sees somebody who is in need of something immediate and she feels like it's something that she can 100% deal with and she can get sorted straight away, she just wants to sort it. She just wants to solve everybody's problems and make everybody happy. And that is what she struggled with. But then she got the reassurance from her mum, or the what she has that's part of her, and it was just like having it just felt like having a cuddle from your mum, just going, you don't have to solve everybody's problems. You're not on your own. You're just one person, and that was pretty special.
Cool. So that brings us to the end of this chapter.
Oh, we did a chapter in an episode.
We did a chapter in an episode.
What I thought. I was like,
That brings us to the end of this chapter of Candlekeep Mysteries, which means you all level up.
Yeah.
I gotta pick a subclass now. Ooh.
Which means you all level up. So what we'll do now, we'll do everything else we'll do like in between the next episode, between this and this episode. But what I would really like is for each of you to roll a hit dice so we can see. Don't click on it right now. We're gonna do it individually. What I will do is I will get each of you to roll a hit dice. So we will start with Jace. Roll a hit dice. Tell me what your hit points are at now. 9, which will take you
9.
to.
So that is 34.
Amazing. Kate, what does Karina?
Okay.
So it's 1d8 plus. What's your con?
Constitution.
Oh, hang on. Too many windows.
Try being the DM. So many windows.
Yeah. 3.
So you get an extra 6, which takes your hit points to
24.
24. Let's do Crispy.
Oh,
No, roll again. Re-roll once. Roll again. What an amazing re-roll. which takes your hit points at level 3 to
28.
28. Talitha.
Right, lads. Now, we could get into the 20s here. We could.
I believe in you.
We did. Just 4 gets me to 21 hit points.
Amazing, incredible. So what we will do then is we will come back in 2 weeks' time with a brand new adventure or a brand new chapter of your Candlekeep adventure to learn and find out more about. But this has been Maths for, what's it called? Maths Swaps.
I got this. No, I've got this. Mathrock's Mighty Digressions.
Okay,
there we go.
this was Mathroff's Mighty Digressions. I hope you had a lovely time. It's a very, very, very different thing from the first session, but we will be back in 2 weeks' time. My lovely friends, please say ta-ta and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool. Fam, if you enjoyed today, I really appreciate it. I really do. We have a thingy that we do in Discord now, where we do a little rundown of what has been going on and all of that kind of stuff in Discord on a live stage. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and raid someone. Who are we raiding? That'll be in like 10 minutes or so. Let's find someone to raid. Let's raid. Let's raid Dan to the Future, because he's playing Baldur's Gate and it just feels right today. Fam, if you've not already followed, please do what Petricard just did and follow. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here and all of that stuff. We're going to go ahead and raid Dan to the Future, who is currently looking like he's setting up character creation. So he'll be there for a good hour. Folks, you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. If I don't see you in Discord, it will be on YouTube in a week. I promise. See you guys soon. Okay, love you. Bye.
We didn't talk about it during